I'm not asking for the government for permission to use the free radio waves. So here's the thing. I get it. No one likes federal government. They get into all your business. They have problems. Nobody complains or no one disagrees with that. There we go. However, I firmly believe you need the license. And here is why. We as amateurs are given a ton of flexibility that's completely different to just about any other service that FCC offers that I'm aware of. We are given a license to experiment. We are given a license to do different things on the air that nobody else can do, or very, very few. I'm sure there's other research. Businesses can probably get some sort of research frequency or something too, I'm sure. But in general, we have been said, here's your frequency allocations. Here is the basic rules of what you have to follow. And here, have fun. You guys police yourselves. You guys manage yourselves. And we do. And if something really bad happens, just call us. We'll help you enforce it. That's what it feels like anyway. But here is why. Things that we do could potentially interfere with people outside of our frequency allocations. We could be interfering with police, fire, emergency services. That's a problem. We could be interfering with the local radio or TV stations. That's a problem. That is why you have to be licensed. Because it is important for you to understand why radio works. It is important for you to understand that when you start experimenting, you have to make sure that you stay within the frequency allocation you have. Well, but I'm transmitting on 1.444. I don't give a shit. Here's the problem. And let me relate this back to a story from last year, actually. I don't remember who was running the net. It was an 80-meter net. And we, like always, we have interference. Nothing unique about that. However, none of us could find anyone adjacent to us that was interfering with us. None of us could figure out where the hell it was coming from. And then one of our crafty amateurs that was on the frequency jumped up a band or down a band, whatever you want to call it, to 160 meters. Twice the wavelength. 2 times the wavelength. We should not have been hearing them. They were splattering 3-ish megahertz away from where they were transmitting. What? So just because you think you're clean, just because your buddy thinks that you're clean, doesn't mean you're clean. And that is also why the Baofeng radios are such crap, especially the really, really, really cheap ones, because they do not have good filtering. Someone else might be hearing you transmit, not too far away on their own frequency. That's also a problem. That could be police or fire or something else. Your license gives you the ability to share the free waves so that everyone is fair. The last thing you want to do, or the last thing you want to have done to you, is your competitor decides to use your frequency to do business communications because he wants to run you out of business. He cranks up the power. He kills any chance of any time you can talk to amongst each other. I can't speak. And takes you out of business. Well, who do you sue? Well, I mean, ultimately them, but it's free. It's free. I can transmit wherever I want. No. Just like society, The free airwaves need some sort of policing, some sort of understanding amongst each other to make sure that we don't collide on each other and it doesn't become utter chaos. That is why the license. You can argue saying that, well, they can track you, you can do this, you can do that. Well, of course they can. They already can. It doesn't matter. They know where you live. They know everything about you. Just try crossing the border once and see the questions that they ask you, especially coming back into the U.S. and tell me they don't know everything about you. It doesn't matter. Get licensed. Keep your license. I don't care how often you get on the air, but get on the air. And if this is your attitude, keep transmitting, and someday it'll catch up to you. That's the other side of it. So please get licensed, and everyone else watching this, while I understand the mentality, please play fair, because everyone needs to work with each other to make society work. 7-3.
Good morning.
Good evening.